We've got over 500 vehicle tests on this channel, and almost all of them have headlight tests, so if you want to see how the lights on your vehicle work, this is the right place to be. Well, it looks like Toyota sent us a Highlander hybrid to drive, loaded up with all the goodies. We already did a full week road test on this in a separate YouTube video. This video here we're doing headlight test and night drive only. If you want to see the full road test, we'll have a link for that at the end of this video. And these are up-to-date LEDs. They're also auto leveling. And they're also active headlights. It means they swivel in the same direction as you're turning the steering wheel. Great for taking corners. We'll be demonstrating all that later on tonight when we take this out in the dark. Alright, it's dark enough. Let's see how these headlights perform. And I see I got the fog lights to turn on. Didn't want to do that earlier. Okay, good to go. And here's what the taillights look like. A bit on the thin side, but bright enough. And here we got the emergency lights, and boy, those are dinky. They seem bright enough though. We'll turn off the taillights later and see. And we have the blinkers on the outside mirror. And they're dinky in the front too. And apparently you can't turn the fog lights on unless the headlights are on. For those who care about stuff like that. Alright, we can see them now. And how bright are they? Well, they're bouncing off some of the signs around 60 yards away, but you can't see it on the camera. And here we are from the rear. Nothing wrong with them, they're just not as strong as I've seen other Toyotas, but they'll do. You really don't need cabin lights. That info screen lights up the whole cabin by itself. And it looks like the rocker panels light up with a Highlander emblem to remind you what you're driving. How thoughtful. And with the cheapy Highlander, you get an 8-inch screen, but with the deluxe model like this, we're getting a large 12.3-inch screen. With a very nice camera system, very sharp, good clarity. Gauge cluster lights up, pretty good. I demonstrated how this works in the daytime video. You operate everything on the steering wheel button. It's very confusing. Me no like. Rather have it in the infotainment system, but it is what it is. You just have to learn it. All the other buttons light up reasonably well. If you decide to use the overhead cabin lights, yeah, lights up everything even better than the info screen. And I've said this many times before, I do not like auto-dimming mirrors. Driving in heavy city traffic with blacked out mirrors is not safe in my book. But we do have a disconnect button to turn this off. So I'm not complaining. Let's check out the headlights. And we're at a wall 33 yards away in low beam. Good wide spread, very bright, decent height. Go to high beam. Looks very promising. Let's do some long distance stuff. Low beam, high beam. Does seem to reach out. That's what we want. Lights up the whole side of the building. Let's try a wall about 100 yards away. The low beams are barely reaching out. High beams definitely blasting light all over the place. I mentioned earlier these are self-leveling headlights, so when you hit dips and bumps, they level out on their own. Like so. Hard to demonstrate this unless I have some good speed bumps, but we don't have any around here. Just trust me, the system works. And we also have active headlights. It means they swivel in the same direction as the steering wheel, designed for taking corners. On this system, you really have to turn the wheel all the way to get the total effect. There we go. Left, right. Works pretty good. If you live where there are a lot of tight mountain roads with lots of tight corners, you're really going to like these headlights. We got a speed bump coming up. Let's see if we can get these self-leveling headlights to show off for us. There we go. Let's do the dark, dingy street test. The high beam definitely lights up the whole countryside here. Go to low beam. And now you can see the self-leveling headlights working. Especially since I step on the brakes, you see the headlights going up and down. Overall, I'm very impressed with the headlight system and the overall package. For the 50 grand they're asking, I should be. That concludes our night drive and headlight test. You want to see the full road test? Here's the link coming up.